Okay. Before I bring out Inmate Joe, I want to ask you some questions as my introduction, since we're talking about stealing. How many believe in absolute truth, or has anybody ever heard absolute truth? Have you heard absolute truth? What does that mean to you? If somebody says, not lying? Okay, good. All right. A lot of people today don't think there's any such thing as absolute truth. And I want to tell you a little story in case maybe some of you are like that. First of all, sometimes people say things aren't true, it's just relative. Relative meaning like, well, if you're in school and you decide to cheat because that you value that, then that's okay to cheat because it's relative. There's no absolute truth saying that it's right or wrong, right? Just for the sake of argument, pretend there's somebody here who does not believe in absolute truth at all, and they believe that everybody should be able to do whatever they want, all right? This is the story. If you're in Walmart, or if I'm in Walmart, I might be working part-time or something. A lot of deputies work part-time. And say you're all in there and you've done some shopping with your mom or your dad or your grandpa or grandma or something. And you've been in this line, you've got a full cart full of stuff, groceries and whatnot, you know? Yeah. Shoplifting is not good. But that's not where I'm going though. You're close though. Anyway, and you've been in this line for about 30 minutes, all right? And you started way back here at the end, and now you're getting up toward the close, where the front is, where the conveyor belt is, and all of a sudden, this person comes up with a cart full of stuff, and they cut right in front of you. I mean, cut the line, didn't even say, excuse me, I got an emergency, and nothing. And you are somebody that is not very happy. You're fuming about that. Inside you're about ready to blow up like a cork. And then you turn around with the person that you're with, one of them who didn't believe in absolute truth, and you say, that's wrong. What's wrong? You can't come up here and just cut the line. I've been in this line for 30 minutes. It's wrong. And then you say some other things and you're all upset, and they have to bring the security over or the deputy over there and kind of calm everybody down and find out what's going on. Absolute truth. There is absolute truth. There are things that are right and there are things that are wrong. Just another illustration in law enforcement. The state delegates, the state senators, they make laws. And the police and the state troopers and the deputies, we are sworn to enforce the laws. A lot of people think, we're the bad guy. But wait a minute, we're not the one that made the laws. We're just the ones that they make it our job to enforce the laws. So there is absolute truth in our laws, and there is moral absolute truth when you're in Walmart waiting for a line. There's other things, and this young man alluded to it. If you're in a store and you shoplift, that's called stealing. All right? And if it's under $200 and you're picked up for shoplifting, that's petty larceny. If you get convicted of that, well, as a juvenile, you wouldn't go to the Norfolk City Jail. You could go to the detention center. But if you do that as an adult, 18 years or above, you'll get 90 days in the Norfolk City Jail for that. And they'll probably suspend 60 days and give you 30. Suspending means you got to hang over your head. That means if you do it again, they're going to vacate the 60 days they suspended. You're going to be doing 60 days plus the 30 days on the second charge. Okay. If it's over $200, for example, you were in that same Walmart and somebody, I'm not saying you did it, but somebody in your family did it or somebody else did it, and they put a TV, flat screen TV in a cart and roll out the checkout, through the checkout thing without paying for it, and they got stopped by security, and you know they cost more than $200, right? If you get a decent sized one, you'd have to get a little 12-inch one to be an under 200. But if you get a decent sized one, it's going to be well over 200. That's called grand larceny. Grand larceny is a felony. A felony, if you're convicted of that, that'll follow you your whole life. You'll never get rid of it. You want to be able to go get a decent job. You want to be able to go in the military. You want to be able to be a lawyer or a teacher or anything like that. So I'm going to bring Inmate Joe out here now in a minute, and we're going to do this in kind of a story-like way. It's a fun way. That's the way I like to teach with the ventriloquism. And you're going to see how he thinks. Now, even though he's only a wood figure, he's going to convey a picture to you of what inmates think in the Norfolk City Jail. And how do I know? I've been with the sheriff's office almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in a month. And I worked in the jail almost 8 years. And 70% of the people in the jail, and 7 out of 10 in the jail, they make it their career. It's like a merry-go-round. They're in, they're out, they're in, they're out, they're in, they're out. And a lot of them are in there for stealing, for robbery, for selling drugs, shooting people, things like that. But a lot of it is stealing. So we want to present this to you today as absolute truth, that stealing is wrong, and we're going to tell you this little story, but the story's true, because this is how the career inmates, the 70%, think. All right? But you're going to hear it through him. All right?
This place looks familiar. I think I've been here before. Yeah. How you doing here? I'm Inmate Joe. I'm a trustee of the Norfolk City Jail, and I'm a thief. You know what a thief is, right? Yeah, I know what a thief is. A thief is somebody who takes things that don't belong to them. And stealing is wrong. That's not how we look at it in the jail. We look at it like this, you know? If you got something, right? Yeah. And I don't have it, right? And I want it, right? Then I'm gonna take it. Stealing is wrong, Joe. Well, I know it's wrong, but that's what I do. I'm a good thief, too. Except when I get caught. Oh, no. I guess you figured out I got caught, right? Because I'm wearing these jail clothes here. Black and white jumpsuit. That's what we wear in the Norfolk City Jail. But I wasn't always a thief. It didn't kind of pan out that way. It all started when I was in school, kind of like about your age, you know. And why don't you tell us what it was like when you were in school, Inmate Joe? Oh, I can do that. I sure can do that. Well, when I was in school, I didn't like going to school, all right? You like going to school? Oh, well, don't feel bad. I didn't either. But school is good for you. Yeah, well, I did what I wanted to do. I used to cut school and do what I wanted to do. And then, what do your parents think about you cutting school? Oh, they didn't like it. When they found out that, oh my goodness, they always grounded me. You know what that is, right? Make you go to your room and you can't leave the house, or you get no television, or no video games, or what you call it, internet. Yeah, no internet, stuff like that. And how'd that make you feel? It made me mad. I'm not gonna lie, it made me really mad. So that's why I started stealing stuff to get back at them. But stealing is wrong, Joe. I know it's wrong, but it's what I do. I'm a good thief. Really good. Hey, I like those sneakers you got there. Yeah, it's one right here. Also the red and the black dots here. Hey, I got a good idea. Why don't you just unlace those and just leave them right over here next to my trunk? And I'll take them off your hands. How about that, right? I like that idea. Oh, actually, I like your sneakers better there. Yeah. This is a red shirt. Take that red shirt off, too. Yeah, because I like the red shirt and the sneakers. Let me see, what else we got here? Oh, yeah, the cute girl pink laces there. I got a friend that could wear those, you know. You could take them off, too.
Joe, you're not taking anybody's shoes.
You forgot. I'm a good thief. You might as well take them off, because if I have to take them from you, you're going to be really sad, you know. So that way I'm just being up front with you there. All right? Right?
Joe, it's wrong. Now we get back to school.
Yeah, I'm back to school.
All right, so you didn't like school, and what happened?
Well, my mother, she tried to help me obey the rules in school, and she tried to help me obey the rules in the house, you know. But I didn't like to obey the house rules neither, because I like to do what I wanted to do. Probably like you do, some of you anyway, I don't know you, but I imagine, you know.
What were some of the house rules you had to do?
Well, my mother, she was kind of square, you know. She thought, square means kind of old-fashioned, you know. She thought, man, if you're part of the family, you got to do stuff like help with the dishes, vacuum, and do the trash. I didn't do none of that because I'm lazy. What are you looking at? So what, I'm lazy, right? At least I'm telling you who I am. And I'm a thief, too. And a good one, too. Except when I, you know, get caught. Which happens every now and then.
All right, what things did you steal in school?
Well, I like to steal ball caps, sneakers, cell phones, you know, lunch money. Yeah, I made a good living out of that, you know. I get protection, you know, I get dollars. Anyway,
So it didn't look like it worked out too good for you since you're in the slammer now.
well, that's not exactly true. See, my friends, well, the people I hung around with, I mean, I use that term loosely. They really weren't my friends, but the people I hung with, they said, hey, Joe, you don't need to put up with these rules in school and rules at home. Just quit school and get out of there.
And so what did you do?
I said, I'm out of here. How about that? I did what I wanted to do. Yep, that's what I did, all right.
What'd your parents think about you dropping out?
Well, they didn't like it, but I did it anyway.
And then what happened after that?
Well, I had what you might call an epiphany.
What is that? That's a big word.
It's a college word, actually. It means I had an awakening, you know? Because I wasn't in school, and I didn't have a place to stay because I ran away from the house. I only could kind of hang out with the fellows, you know. And they lived in an abandoned building and didn't have no heat, no running water, and it was kind of stinky, actually. So we had no food neither, so we had to start stealing stuff. So if you're thinking about getting out of school and quitting like I did, you better think about how you're going to eat out there. We used to eat out of garbage cans too. We didn't have the money, and then we started walking down the streets and looking in cars. We'd walk down the middle of the street, kind of look in the car and see if they had stereos or speakers, you know. And then we go back later on when it was dark out and dust out the windows and steal stuff. One time I got caught. I got punched right in the nose. Oh, it hurts getting your nose dusted up. Look at my nose. See how it got dusted? Yeah, maybe you can't see that side, but see that side there? Oh man, it got dusted.
How many times you had your nose broke?
Well, I guess 2 or 3 times I've had it dusted up pretty good. Oh man, I don't like that. I still feel the pain of the nose getting dislodged off my face. Joe, if it hurts so much, then stop stealing things that don't belong to you. Well, I'm a good thief. I just get a bump in the road, you know. So,
Why don't you go back to school, Joe?
I don't like school. I told you that.
Yeah, but without a good education, you can't read.
No, I can't read. Well, I can read about second grade level. What are you laughing at? Can you read second grade now? Yeah. See, I'm not illiterate, you know. Yeah, so what if I'm an adult? I can still read a little bit, you know.
Well, Joe, what's it like in the jail? Tell them what it's really like in the jail.
Well, I told you, I'm a leading inmate in the jail. In fact, they call me a trustee. A trustee? Yeah! That means I get to go out of general population, walk in the hallway, and serve the dinner trays to the whole floor.
Oh, what do you get for that?
Well, I don't get no money, but they give me an extra tray or two.
Oh, well, what else do you do?
Well, I pass notes around from block to block.
Joe, that's against the rules.
Hey, I don't care. I'm in jail. What are they going to do with me, right?
They can give you more time.
Oh, I don't need that.
So, what else is it like in jail?
Well, I gotta tell you, I don't really like it in the jail. You know why?
Why?
Because the people in my general population cell block, you're not gonna believe this, they steal from me. I get money, they put it in my commissary, and I buy chips and candy bars and shampoo and toothpaste and stuff like that, and I put it in a little blue bag underneath my bunk, you know, and during the night, these idiots come there, and 2 or 3 of them, and they jump me, man, and they steal from me. Now, stealing is wrong.
Wait a minute. That's what you do.
Oh, that's different. That's my business. I'm the businessman. When I'm on the street, I steal stuff.
What's the difference between you stealing stuff and them stealing from you?
I told you the difference. See, if you got something I want and I don't have it, then I take it. Then it's mine.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing to you in the jail.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. That's wrong. Right? Right?
It's both wrongs. 2 wrongs don't make it right either, Joe.
Phooey.
So, we were talking about absolute truth.
Yeah, you were talking about that, weren't you?
So you gotta decide, you know, like if you don't have something, Joe, why don't you get a job?
Hey, I told you I don't want to get a job. I'm lazy. I'd rather steal it. Instant gratification.
Yeah, instant jail time too when you get caught.
I don't want to talk about that. I don't like it in the jail. I like being out on the street and having my freedom.
Well, if you want your freedom, you gotta make good choices. And you have to make good, absolute truth choices for yourself that will help you out a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I heard that young man say, don't lie. Hey, then what's the difference if you lie or you steal, right? They're both not right.
See, I got a question for you.
I got an answer, Larry.
So you started stealing, right?
Yep, I told you I was.
And now you've made bad habits for yourself, right?
Yep, I made a lot of bad habits.
When you continually make bad habits, things that are wrong and part of your personality and your lifestyle,
Yeah.
then that's who you become.
Become what?
You become that.
What, a thief?
Yeah, exactly. Or a liar. Or a manipulator.
Hey, then that's all I know how to do.
Whose fault is that?
It's your fault. You got me in the jail.
No, I didn't put you in the jail. You're the one that did it.
Did what? I got caught, and you put me in the jail.
What do you think I'm going to do, let you out?
Well, you could.
No, that's my job. People that do wrong have to be held accountable, just like when people do right. Like Gabby Douglas.
Oh, yeah, I saw her on the TV. That pretty young lady there that won the gold medals in the Olympics. Yeah, they call her, what was it? They called her the flying, help me out here, the flying squirrel. Yeah, man, she's awesome.
Yeah, but she made some awesome choices, and she put some awesome work in, and she committed herself to making good moral choices about training and eating right and staying in school. And
being truthful, not stealing. Yeah, that's true, because if she steals, she'd be in jail like I am. She wouldn't be winning the gold. Ew. Hey, well, I don't know what else to tell you, but that's how it is for me in the jail, all right? I'm a thief. And I'm not bad, actually, like I said, except, you know, when I get caught. So you gotta think about where you're going, your life journey. Who are you? Yeah, who are you? I know who I am, a thief. Yeah, but I mean, who are they? Well, I don't know who they are. I don't know. Well, I'm asking you individually. Who are you? Do you steal things that don't belong to you?
No.
Because if you are, that's a thief. And if you make a mistake, you can stop it and go the right way, but if you keep doing it, that becomes a habit. And that's a habit is who you are. Well, I know who I am. I'm a thief. And I don't got nothing else to say, and I'm gonna go back to the jail now. And I got one more thing to say. If you got caught stealing and you come to my jail, then I'm gonna get your shirt, your socks, your sneakers, and I'll probably get a tray or two out of you.
Oh, I know you do.